Hello, 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 hello. Hope everyone's having a good evening. I have had the most beautiful day. Just going to have a little bit of chit chat while I wait for a few people to come on to see who comes on live. I've had the most beautiful day grounding into the root chakra. Shared some photos before. I've been to Staglands, playing with bunnies and guinea pigs and horses, and it's been amazing. Hi Lisa, hi Viola. Oh yay, people. Awesome, so exciting, so fun when there's all the people. Oh my gosh, so many love hearts. It's like overwhelming, so great. Thanks guys. Hi, really excited to share some new things tonight. I've got a little bit of a treat for everybody, but I'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, I just felt so inspired to come online and share some of the information that I have been channeling through from my guides. A few of you guys who are on here know that I have been working a lot on my journey for the last 6 months, and man oh man, have I expanded it. Ever since I came off my medication, guidance is coming through pretty strongly. So yeah, really excited to just share some of the magic, and got a really strong message that it was time to do it in this format, in the form of the chakras, and just really aligning all of us through our soul selves, right through the whole energy center, so that we can all get into alignment for all of our light workers' work, because we're all light workers. We all have our own purpose and our own vision for being here, for doing that. So I wanted to come on and just do a bit of training, have a bit of fun. Oh, loving all the cute comments. Thanks, Laurel. Yeah, I'm just channeling like my inner Mama Earth today. I made this at the Goddess Retreat. You were there, Viola. We had so much fun. Yes, this jacket, Josh brought this home last night. I just could not stop laughing. I think it's brilliant. So yeah. But today I wanted to do a little bit of interaction, so it's really awesome that there's a few people on live, and just ask you guys what the root chakra means to you, whether you know anything about the chakras. I know a few of you definitely do. Viola, you do. Lisa, you definitely do. But what resonates for you when you think about the root chakra? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and share a little bit of the information that I have collected from my guides about what we're needing to know about activating the chakra at the moment. And then just talk about a few little examples and ways that we can really get connected to Mama Earth at the moment. So hope that sounds good to you guys. Trudy, hey, Matt. Oh, hey. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. You guys are so nice. So yeah, what I wanted to start with, which is my little surprise for today, is a channeled message direct from my guides. I've asked today for them to come through and share some information that we're needing to know specifically connected to the root chakra. And then we can just go through from there. So hope that sounds good to you guys. So I've just done a little bit of automatic writing tonight to bring this message through. So really excited to share. It's really funny when I'm doing channeling like this, I often say it out loud as I'm writing it, and they come through in about 8 different accents. So I felt like I was definitely getting a collective message tonight, which is one of the themes that I wanted to talk about specifically in relation to the root chakra, but I'll share that in a second. So here we go. So yeah, this is a message direct from my guides. So here we are, and we're so excited about this opportunity to really release what no longer is serving you, is mucking you around, is keeping you stagnant, is keeping you stuck. Grounding into the energy of this sacred planet is why you are here. What is the meaning of this life? It is your connectedness. It is your vibration, your energy, the spider-like web that connects your hearts, your feelings, your health, your mood, your frustrations. All of these things are connected. For hundreds of years, we have been dark. The secrets were kept hidden and knowledge was locked away, suffering on the earth. And now we come to shake it up, to clean away the cobwebs, and to give you humans what you like to call a spring clean. You feel it in your body, yes? And then this is what they said, like making a washing machine in your body. They like to inject humor. Little dizzy, little unsure, little unstable, but get excited. We are back, love is back, and love returns, and will not go until all of the sickness and equilibrium clears. Feel the earth, hear her call. Your joy is her joy, your pain is her pain, so release it, because we have your back and you are supported. So I was so excited to bring that through, because that is what I've been feeling ever since this new energy came into the planet at the start of 2018. And the biggest message coming through at the moment that I really wanted to eliminate today about the root chakra is our connectedness. And when we feel separated from the earth, which is one of the most important things when it comes to alignment with the root chakra, is the need to remember that through Mother Earth, we are all connected. So emotions that we're going through at the moment, because there's been a huge shake-up in our emotions, in our physical sensations, people experiencing nausea, dizziness, instability in their moods, random breakouts, issues with sleeping, all kinds of stuff has been going on collectively. And what I've been downloading at the moment is that the reason for this is that our gifts, our reasons for coming here, our purpose is awakening like never before. And I downloaded a message around Christmas time that I've been integrating for the last few months before I wanted to come and really share it openly, that the time has come for us to activate in that way. So it's really, really important that we feel supported around each other, that we use platforms like this and opportunities to really feel that the stuff that we're going through is not solitary. And that's why the root chakra is a really, really important starting point when you're growing in your spiritual gifts and when you're coming into your purpose and your alignment, because often it can feel like a solitary journey until you start to feel that connectedness. Lisa, funny you're talking about connectedness. I felt so much love for my soul sisters in tribe today. Oh, that's beautiful. I had that yesterday after your amazing workshop. I just was like zinging in the car, just like singing along. It was amazing. I'm just going to read some of these comments. Laurel, the root chakra means safety. Definitely. I'm going to talk about that shortly. Vi, having problems viewing this live. Oh, I'm sorry. Is anyone else having any issues? It may be your connectivity otherwise, because I haven't had that from anyone else. Trudy had heaps of issues with sleep and nausea. Yep, that's going on collectively. So the first thing that I just wanted to do, if you guys are comfortable, is just get you all, while you're live, or if you're watching the replay, you can do this on the replay, to just close your eyes and to imagine your body in your favorite surrounding. So whether something in nature, so whether it is a forest, maybe you're by the beach, maybe you're on a mountain or somewhere really warm, you might be on the sands in Bali, whatever connects the most for you. And just imagine that you're bare feet. So perhaps you've got grass coming through the soles of your feet, or perhaps it's sand. And just imagine that there is a cord of white light energy going through the soles of your feet into the earth. Just feel that grounding energy coming through you, and take some deep breaths in and out. In and out. And then what I want you to visualize is a whole line of people surrounding you that are sending love and love vibration and love energy through that beautiful red color of the heart, right through your energy body. So as you feel that channel that you've created into Mother Earth coming through, feel that love energy channeling straight back up into your body. And what we're doing at the moment with the root chakra spiritually is not only connecting us to the energy of Mother Earth, but also connecting us to the energy of one another. Because as our vibrations are raising at the moment and they're bringing all of that amazing channeled new energy through, which is what you'll be experiencing, Trudy, with the sleep issues and the nausea, it's actually your gifts activating. It's all of the new information that's channeling through from outside of the earth, from the star beings and light workers and guides on the other side. They're sending it all through to us so that we can activate and start to come into our gifts. So don't feel uncertain about it and unsafe in it. And as you're you can open your eyes, and as you're visualizing that energy of other people and the connectedness, what we're trying to build through the root chakra is making sure that we don't feel alone, making sure that when we're going through this stuff that we're not feeling disconnected and separated in it. And it's actually reminding us of our stability as we're here, and that the reason that we're here is to raise the vibration of the planet and the earth. And so a few techniques when it comes to the root chakra, because as we're all activating at the moment and we're experiencing those symptoms of nausea and dizziness and so on and so forth, it's important to spend time outside to disconnect, and it's funny to say this while you're on a live video, but to disconnect from technology as well, to make sure that you're taking that time to put your phone onto flight mode, to not be constantly engaging in these technological platforms, and to separate yourself. And one of the quickest ways that you can ground when you're going through these energy activations and when you're feeling, sometimes you get a flighty feeling in your chest, you might feel a little bit dizzy or unsure, or it's almost like anxiety. The quickest way to ground yourself is to get outside. Sometimes I even do it in the rain, doesn't matter, and lie on grass or lie on the beach and kind of just do like angel wings. That's one of the fun, more interactive ways to do it. But actually just to feel and almost do like one of those meditations that I just did before, where you imagine that cord of energy just grounding you into the earth. So, because I know that a lot of you in here, right, part of the community is all about co-creating with spirit and aligning ourselves to spirit, but it's also really important that we have that duality between connecting with spirit, but also remembering that we have our purpose for being here. Because in my experience, the more that I've connected to the abundance of source and the energy of source, the more that I've actually wanted to go home and to be back in that energy. And it's a reminder through the root chakra that we're here to actually build that relationship with Mother Earth and to send her gratitude and to send her healing, because she is very much out of alignment at the moment and she's needing our support. And I feel that really strongly, that that's one of the reasons that we're here, being light workers. And so one of the techniques that I've channeled tonight that I wanted to share with you guys is writing a love letter to Mother Earth. It's a really great root chakra little exercise. Just to see what you said, Lisa. So feeling this. Haven't turned on the TV since Mike left for Vegas on Friday, and feels so good to do other things like this delicious group. Awesome. Yeah, totally. I've been disconnecting more and more from technology. So yeah, writing a love letter to Mother Earth and really like visualizing what Mother Earth looks like to you. Perhaps you might actually want to get creative with this. This is another good one for the root chakra as well, is actually like getting some tactileness into it. So you can get colored pencils, maybe you want to get some paints. I know, Lisa, you'll love this because we did a lot of creativity yesterday. But drawing like what she represents to you. Maybe she's a flower goddess. Maybe she's like Mother Earth to me. I just always imagine her with like a crown of like flowers around her head, and she's magical and really nurturing. For some reason, I always imagine her like pregnant as well, like she's constantly like giving birth to new things and new forms of abundance. And so I just want to share with you an example of a letter to Mother Earth, and this is what I wrote to Mother Earth today. Thank you for the sunset tonight. Thank you for all the colors. Thank you for my body. Thank you for the birds, the music, for the warmth of fire, for dancing around the sun. Thank you for the beautiful foods that you grow in your soil to nourish me. So that's like a little example of how you can really place gratitude and send that love back to her. Because I think one of the things that I've noticed when it comes to our instability And coming back to that safety thing as well, like our anxiety, the more that we become disconnected with the basic gratitude for just being here and being on this planet and being in awareness of what we already have, the more disconnected we become. And so just reminding yourself that we're so blessed to be on this planet, and especially for those of you who are in New Zealand, we're so blessed to be in this amazing country where we're so safe. And where we have the water at our footsteps, you know, where we have like beautiful surroundings with trees and nature and birds and all of that kind of stuff. So that was one of the little techniques that I wanted to share with you guys. But also I wanted to give a little exercise tonight around safety, because one of the clearest messages that comes through in relation to the root chakra is our basic need as human beings, right? Is making sure that we have a roof over our heads, that we have the food that we need, and also our basic necessity for connectedness and for love. And the place that the ego lives, our limiting beliefs and our fears, is in the root chakra. I feel like I call her she for me, and for males he, she dwells in there, and she's the one that makes sure that our basic needs are met. She makes sure that no matter what, we have what we need to survive. But in doing that, she also limits us sometimes from our potential, because she's so focused on making sure that nothing could possibly happen to go wrong. She's the person that's like, oh, no, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. And so our limiting beliefs around safety are some of the things that can hold us back from growing in the other areas, from growing in the other chakras, from growing in our abundance, our sensuality, our spirituality, all the other things when it comes to potential. And so making sure that when our fears and our limiting beliefs are surfacing, that we have that communication with our ego. And so I wanted to give you guys a really useful exercise that I've been using for the last year as I've been healing my relationship with my ego. And it's an exercise that someone gifted me when I was in a counseling service. And basically it is visualizing all of the different parts of yourself in a car. And the different parts of yourself that you experience when you're going through your different forms of alignment are your ego, your higher self, your inner child, and then you as you see you as you are. And then usually inside this car, there's a couple of spirit guides dwelling around as well. So imagine it kind of like one of those family vans. And usually when we're in like a really unaligned space in our root chakra, our ego is the one that's in the driver's seat. So your higher self is kind of in the car going, oh, look at that, that would be amazing. And the ego's like, no, we're not doing that. We need our basic needs met. We're not going to do anything risky. No. And so it's actually having that communication with the ego in the car and reminding the ego that actually she is not in the driver's seat. Because the ego is not a 27-year-old, which is me, almost 27. I'm going to use that as an example. But the ego is not an adult. The ego is a 4-year-old child. The ego is the one that throws the tantrum, that throws her toys out of the cot, all of that kind of stuff. So it's really important that we're not letting the 4-year-old child take rule and ownership over our lives. Because your higher self is the one that gets really excited. Your higher self is the one that wants to get the pains out, that wants to feel joy and vitality in her life. But the ego is the one that has all of those fears around limiting beliefs around safety. So for example, when you're feeling really excited about a particular project or a particular passion, and you get lit up for that second, and then all of a sudden that limiting belief goes in and goes, oh, but what if I don't make money? But what if people don't like me? But what if I do the live video and no one sends me love hearts? But what if? And so, Lisa, my ego always gets the munchies in the car. I love that. And so it's having that communication and building that relationship with your ego when the car stops, pulling her like outside of the car, sitting her down, but talking to her from a loving space. Because often when we're talking to our ego, we get angry with her. We get frustrated with her. She's the one that says in our head when we're looking in the mirror, oh, you look ridiculous. Oh my gosh, your nose is so big. Oh my gosh, look at that pimple. And so it's actually recreating that dialogue with her and talking to her and saying, you know what? I hear you. I hear that you're afraid. I hear that you're scared. But you know what? We could have so much fun on this trip. I really, really, really want to take you to Bali. I really, really, really want to take you to that place that we always imagined that we would go when we were little girls. And it's going to be scary and it may or may not work out, but I am going to give it my darn best shot, and I really want you to be along here for the ride. So please give me this opportunity to take the driver's seat here. And you're still welcome in the car, because the most important thing is that you don't vote your ego off the island. Because the more that you lock your ego outside of the car, the more she's going to throw a tantrum, and it's not going to work out for you. So yeah, I hope that that little technique helps. Just really personifying your ego, and whenever you hear that fear voice in your head, remind yourself that that's the 4-year-old child that you're needing to parent, that you're needing to show that love. Laurel, now my hands are sweating so badly. Laurel, wow, you put me in a car, the place I've been most read into my life. Thank you, my higher self is dancing in the car. Absolutely. I have my own experience that I want to share now, and thank you for sharing that with me, Laurel, and sharing that with the group. I had my own, I had a life-threatening experience in a car myself, and also when it comes to our safety and the experiences that we've had, where our basic needs haven't been met or where our safety has been compromised, it's really important when you feel safe. And perhaps at first, if it's something triggering for you, making sure that you surround yourself with people that make you feel supported, perhaps when you're doing this exercise, is recreating the memory of that particular space. And it's not necessarily in that instance, in that time frame, but recreating another car where you have positive experiences in it. It's another psychological tool that I was given where I had a particular place that I really struggled going to because it revoked bad memories. And so I created a new memory in that place where things were filled with love and joy, and I took my friends there and I had a picnic, so that the next time I went back there, it was a positive reinforcement. So that's a really, really good reminder. So thank you for triggering that. I wanted to just talk a little bit about money. Because money is one of our basic needs, right? Unfortunately, on this human planet, we do need money to survive. And there's often a lot of limiting beliefs and fears that come around our blocks to abundance. And I wanted to give us a root chakra related tool, and I'm going to give us a tool every day throughout this series to do with the chakras for this particular topic, because it was the one thing when I did a list a couple of weeks ago for all you guys that you felt was out of alignment for a lot of you. And I'm in the process at the moment of healing my own money story. So it's really poignant and exciting for me to be able to share some of these things alongside with you guys. And one of the things that came to the surface when it comes to money is that often when there is a blockage around worthiness and acceptance and receiving, just in general, that's when this can be out of alignment. And so I wanted to share this beautiful little verse from Louise Hay. She was just such a bright spark in this world, and she has so much to give and so much to offer, and I know a lot of you are already familiar with her. And it says, if you do not love yourself totally, wholly, and fully somewhere along the way, you learned not to, and you can unlearn it. So start being kind to yourself now. And I feel like healing your money story is healing your self-love story. It is seeing yourself as the dollar bill, as the bar of gold. Because the moment that you can start to receive in that way, the moment that the abundance will start to flow to you. Because the only reason that abundance doesn't flow to us is because we're subconsciously stopping it in some way, shape, or another. So the more that we can tackle and get rid of our money blocks and our fears around money, the more that we can help, open ourselves up to receiving. And so I just wanted to read this little mantra from Louise because it's so beautiful. I love and accept myself exactly as I am. I support myself, I trust myself, and I accept myself wherever I am. I can be within the love of my own heart. I place my hand over my heart and I feel the love that is there already. I know that there is plenty of room for me to accept myself right here and now. I accept my body. I accept my weight. I accept my height, my appearance, and my sexuality, and my experiences. I accept all that I have created for myself. I accept my past and I accept my present. I'm willing to allow my future to happen. That's the biggest one. I want to say that again. I am willing to allow my future to happen. I am a divine, magnificent expression of life, and I deserve the very best. I accept this now for myself. I accept miracles. I accept healing. I accept wholeness. And most of all, I accept myself. I am precious and I cherish who I am, and so it is. Because the message that I got from the guides in relation to the root chakra is that by accepting abundance, all of us who are on our light workers path, no matter what your modality is, the abundance that we accept and channel through us into our lives is not just for us. And often the blockages that we subconsciously create is because of that worthiness. But knowing that the more that you have, the more that you're going to be willing to receive. None of us here in this community and in this page are wanting abundance for selfish reasons. There's no doubt in my mind. And I think through coming to understand that connectedness through Mother Earth at the moment and the collaboration that we're all feeling with one another, and that the energy frequencies in our bodies and the alignment of these new energies that are coming through, feeling into that energy of being so connected in that, and that when you're going through that, we're all going through that, is so powerful and so amazing. And I'm really, really excited to be in this energy frequency at the moment. So I just wanted to open the floor up, because I've been lecturing for a while, to just see how you guys are feeling with some of the stuff that I've shared tonight, and whether you've got any questions or particular areas in relation to this chakra that I've brought up that you want me to talk to. Just how you're feeling with all the messages. I'll just see what's been said. Laurel, are you belly dancing in the car? Yes. We're going to talk about that a bit tomorrow as well with the sacral chakra. Create new memories in that thread-ending place. Fantastic, thanks, love that. Go Hannah, love the healing money story. Yeah, totally. And Laurel, thank you so much for the advice the other week. I am never saying again that I am bad with money. I am fantastic with money. Money loves me. Just been really working on those affirmations. I guess I'll just go back to my notes and make sure that I haven't left anything out. But yeah, if anyone's got any questions, let me know and I will hang on for a little bit. Let's see. Oh yeah, the other thing I wanted to talk about in relation to grounding as well is making sure that you're filling yourself, and Viola, if you're still here, I know you'll really relate to this one a lot because we've been talking about this in your You Glow Girl program. Making sure that you're filling yourself with foods direct from Mama Earth. One of the fastest ways that we can disconnect, especially when we're going too high and like not grounding ourselves after doing spiritual work or work where we're giving out a lot of energy, it's really important to make sure that you're filling your body with good sustenance. So, root vegetables, lots of fruit, drinking plenty of water. I know that it's basic, but it's something that we can so easily forget when we're feeling out of equilibrium. So I've been getting really into eating foods that are in relation to the different chakras. So red colored foods, root vegetables are really, really good for grounding yourself. If you're ever feeling a bit flighty or out of equilibrium, going and eating something like a banana or an apple, just anything that comes straight out of Mother Earth is so good for grounding. So I wanted to make sure I got that point across too. Jess, Hannah, how do you separate the need for financial security and following your dream opportunity? Really good question. It's going to sound simple, but Spirit is actually really big at the moment on saying, keep it simple, sweetie. And making sure that when you're tuning into your dream opportunity or tuning into your purpose, that you simply follow joy. The voice in your head that tells you, oh, but I need to make sure that I've got that and I've got that and I've got that, that's your ego. And I know that it's easier said than done. And I've been there myself, being in that place of making sure that all of my ducks are lined up and all of that kind of stuff. But when you follow your joy, when you follow your bliss, when you follow the thing that excites you the most and lights you up, Spirit 110% fills in all the other blanks along the way. And it's about inspired action. When it comes to manifestation and calling things in, if you don't take that inspired action when it comes to what is making you excited, or that little spark of inspiration, they're not going to be able to bring in the level of abundance and connectedness, because we do 10% and they give 90%. So if another way to tune in as well is to make a decision in your mind. Perhaps, let's say, for example, I'll give you my example. When I was working in my corporate job and I was trying to decide whether to leave, and I was really worried about finances and how it was going to work out and where was I going to live and all of that kind of stuff, I felt into how I felt when I visualized myself at my desk and when I was there, and I felt physically sick. Your body is one of the most amazing ways for you to pick up and tell what you're needing most. So feel into that feeling of making that first decision, and then afterwards feel into the feeling of following the inspiration that you're feeling. So for me, it was leaving my job and starting this business that I'm running full time. And it wasn't in a place of financial abundance. I hadn't even launched my website. But all I knew was how I felt after I did a reading for someone and I got positive feedback, or how I felt when I got to light someone's day up by making them feel just a little bit better. So feeling into that feeling in your body, because just as I'm saying that, I'm feeling those sensations too, and I get this like butterfly, like fill up your cup kind of bubbly feeling. So I hope that kind of answers your question. Carol, good point about it not being for selfish reasons, as not charging enough is pretty stressful, and I'm not the best healer if I'm struggling. Absolutely. And knowing your own value is a really strong part of not only self-worth, but also around knowing that your value is in connection to all of the values of the other energies at the moment that are working as light workers as well, and knowing the impact that you have. And one of the strongest messages that's coming through for helping you, and it will help some of the other people in the live as well, when it comes to really understanding your value, is keeping a record and keeping a journal of all of the positive feedback that you get from people, and all of the positive feedback that you've had for you, Carol, from clients in the past, and reminding yourself, because I feel like for you, it will be your ego coming in and saying to you, oh yeah, but nah, but yeah, but nah, and having all of that evidence to go against what the ego says. Because you know that when you do readings for people, you provide value and it has an impact. So it's just making sure that you have that tangible record to give you. Carol, I've been feeling that keeping it simple message. Awesome. Lisa, can you suggest some crystals that will assist the root chakra? I've currently got a red jasper beside me. That's awesome. Definitely red jasper. Obviously any crystals that are red will be helpful, but I'm getting a couple of different messages when it comes to root chakra at the moment. And the first one is obsidian, but the second one is black tourmaline. And black tourmaline specifically because it's really, really good for balancing all of the, I'm not going to say dark energies, but lower vibrations of the planet at the moment. And also helps to ping off and like remove any like attacks, and because basically what's happening at the moment and what I've been channeling is, and I know that a lot of you have already read about this and are channeling it yourselves, is that everybody's lower energies and shadow selves and things that are no longer serving, like the message that I channeled earlier and read to you guys from Spirit, is basically as we're going through this washing machine, anyone that's still trying to hold on to their stuff for dear life and isn't prepared to be vulnerable and raw and let it out, they're deflecting. So black tourmaline would be a really good crystal to have around you. Oh, cool, you've got one. My pendulum is black tourmaline. Oh, yeah, of course it is. Great. And the other one is onyx. So yeah, so those black crystals at the moment are really good as well for the root chakra and for grounding. And that's like the most powerful one that I was just picking up then. So thank you for that question. That's really helpful to remember to look into crystals too. But yeah, I guess if I'll just check and see if anyone's got any final questions, but I guess I'll kind of wrap it up for now. And then tomorrow I'm going to come on live. I think I might have said that I was going to come on at 7, and then I remembered that I'm going to Chris Wilson's workshop tomorrow for the Akashic record stuff. So I'm going to change it to 5 o'clock, but if that doesn't work for you guys, you can always catch the replay. And we're going to be talking about sexual energy, tantric energy, and no, it's not all about sex, and your creative centers and your emotions, as well as a few other little themes which I'll touch on tomorrow morning. So really looking forward to that. It's been super fun hanging out with you guys tonight. Thank you so much for all your engagement and your questions. It's so awesome when you guys are on live. For anyone that's caught the replay, let me know, and I will see you guys tomorrow for day 2, Sacral Chakra. Lots of love. Have an awesome evening. Bye.